Hey guys, this is Junior from the Binary. I'm in my bedroom again. I want to make a quick important announcement. Okay, so if you guys are trading a strategy that you find that is usually like very accurate, maybe 70%, 80%, 95%, and some of my strategies are indeed that accurate, but there will be the times, right, when sometimes it just ain't working out, and then traders get frustrated. Okay, so today's message, I want to tell you guys. I want to give you a very quick analogy. Okay, let's say I'm in Singapore, and I know there's a lot of you on my page who are from Malaysia. So if I drive from Singapore to Kuala Lumpur, that is about 300-ish kilometers, and on an ordinary situation, right, I can get there within 2.5 to 3 hours. Okay, that is depending on the speed I'm driving at, and of course I am driving an Audi S5, so that makes things a lot quicker, and the speed limits on the expressway is, it's pretty high, and in fact it's not even monitored that well. But sometimes, all right, when you are trading, always take note of your traffic conditions and as well as the vehicle, because traffic conditions, conditions and vehicle, this will affect how you get to your destination, and based on conditions and vehicle, you may have to make alternative plans and adjustments to your arrival schedule, your day's activities. Let's say if now I'm starting out on a journey to Kuala Lumpur, all right, or it could be the same as, let's say, when I was in London 2 months ago, I was driving from London to Leicester, all right. It takes a certain amount of time, journey not too long, about 1 hour 40 minutes, but things can happen. Okay, what happens if it's raining? All right, if it is snowing, if a truck turned sideways, exploded, gridlock, all right, that's conditions. So we have to wait for the conditions to be clear. All right, the vehicle could be in perfect condition. Let's say your trading method could be in perfect condition, but if the conditions of the road you're going on, let's say the market in this case, is not the normal, then you're not going to have a predictable result. It will be this is what they call false majeure and acts of God. Like you see in contracts all the time. I'm sure you heard of that, right? So if that is the case, take note. Well, sometimes the route could be clear, but what if somehow maybe a vehicle hit you from the back, and suddenly you have an insurance claim to process? You gotta wait for your insurance agent to come on a bike, to kind of fix your problem. I just had that last month in Bangkok when a car hit me in the back when I was exiting a popular shopping mall on a busy weekend. No can do. You just have to make so that you have to make changes. That day I was supposed to take my kids out to a cat cafe. It didn't happen. All right, and so and then sometimes, what if you drove over a nail and your tire was punctured? What if you it was punctured beyond the point of repair? All right, if it's punctured a little bit, you can fix it. Just like a strategy, sometimes we tweak a little bit on the expiry time just to make it okay. All right, maybe a little bit more expiry time if the market is really slow. But sometimes, if the puncture is on the side wall of the tire, it is unsavable, and you don't have your spare with you, it is unsavable. So you have to call the people that are expecting you on the other end to expect you a little bit later, or you may even have to cancel or reschedule an appointment. All right, and let's say for me, all right, I want to give you a live example. Okay, so I had a 1K to 10K challenge starting on the 1st of March. By the end of March, I had doubled this account of 1K to 2K. And in the month of April, I was looking to double this account again from 2K to 4K. Alright, did it happen? We all know that it didn't. If you look at my Binary Lab live session, the most recent one, I stopped it off at 3543, so 3,543. Well, it's not bad, but it's short of my target. But what can be helped? Nothing. Because if the conditions change, my plans have to change. I know it will no longer be realistic, if the conditions are a little bit uncertain. Let's say just if I'm driving on gravel road, or if there's a lot of potholes in the road, and you're driving a sports car. Let's say you're driving a like S5 like I do. Some of you guys have a C63. I know a few of you in the binary lab have a C63. One dude even drives the i8 in the binary lab, and you know, potholes, you gotta be careful. You gotta moderate your speed bumps. You know, you don't want to risk ruining the bottom of your car. So want to remind you again that if the things are not going to your plan, if your strategy is not working at the usual accuracy, check out the conditions of the market. All right, and if the conditions of the market are okay, but somehow it's a little bit different for you, have a little bit of analysis. Okay, slow down a little bit, give your trades a little less time, a little bit more time. Last couple of days I had to shorten some of my expiries by 1 minute to make things work, and some of the days I had to extend my trades by 2 minutes to make things work. So make the same adjustments to your plan, and at the end of the day, no one's rushing you for results. All right. At the end of the day, do you want to be driving a snowstorm and risk falling off a veering turn off the mountain's edge? No, you don't, right? So adjust yourself accordingly, and you can get to your trading goals eventually. All right. It may not necessarily be when you want it to, but well, give it some slack. Like today, I could possibly have gone for that, but it would have been risky, and I would rather have the peace of mind starting up again from next month. So next month, if you guys want to, you can join me on my 1K to 10K project. Right now I'm already like midway through. I'm looking to take it from 3,500 to 7,000. If the conditions are okay, maybe 8,000 next month. It will still be back on track. All right. It's just like a plane. Sometimes we leave the plane came in late, or need to refuel, or need to replace some spare part. But you know, in certain part of the travel, maybe the pilot finds that it's safe to go a bit quicker, and you still can cover up for lost time. So don't feel too hard on yourself. And if things are abnormal to you, things are not working the usual way, just slow down a little bit, throttle down, and you'll be fine. I hope this video helps you out, and if this makes sense to you, comment below, and you find this message is helpful to you, save it to your own wall, or in your own video watch list. Subscribe to this channel for more videos just like this, and of course, you know, you're most welcome to share this with a friend. Bye for now.